Previously on the Stanley Parable.
Hey, Nico, what are you doing back here?
I don't know, pig.
Are you even in the right game right now?
I don't know. I
haven't seen you in a while. I'm kind of lonely.
Shut up. And now back to I don't fucking know. Wow, that was a weird dream I had. Do I usually have suicidal thoughts
All
at
of
work?
his co-workers were gone.
Well,
What
possibly.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That one isn't usually on, is it? Wait, what? That's something different. What's that? Input received, 1. Oh, that's gotta be something. What is that?
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Fine. This better be good. This better be good. Hello? Hello? Oh.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Wait, what the hell?
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Oh, hello.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
What?
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
You
Come
fucker!
inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh, God, dude, that scared the fucking shit out of me.
Sorry,
Whoa!
but you're in my story now.
Holy shit. Dude, you're freaking me out, narrator. I'm kind of scared. What is this? It's freaking me.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, my God. Press 5 on my keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
No. Fuck you. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Make me do it. Make me do it. I want something to eat. God dang it. Is this how you dress up for me, honey? This is pathetic. Why did I marry you? Freaking, you're nothing but a mannequin. You don't even bother to put clothes on anymore. It's just, it's just ridiculous. Just, god dang it. Fine.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What the hell?
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh my god, this is morbid. What the hell? How can I watch? Oh.
And so
TV.
he began to fantasize about his
What the
own
hell?
job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
What? I don't have any boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
No. No, stop
As
making
he
me do
wandered
things.
through this fantasy world,
the
he
hell?
began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. He called it the Stanley Parable.
Yes, I saw all those things. I'm gonna, okay. Kids, I'm gonna tell you a story about how Stanley is losing his fucking
It was
mind.
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
What the hell? Honey, I just want you to know I love you if you are a naked mannequin.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In
the-
reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
What the hell are you talking about? I'm just going to sleep. Just
And I'm
no.
trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
All right, I'm not doing it. Fine. God damn it. God damn it. Stupid bullshit. You're just gonna freeze me, stick me here in this stupid place if I don't push the button. You fucker. Fucking narrator. God damn it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
What the hell?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
That was morbid. This is so morbid. Oh god, this shit never ends. It never fucking ends. God dang it. Input received. There's a second one.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fine.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, okay. So did it accomplish nothing doing that? I just back on the regular path here?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, fucker. What? The broom closet open.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Come on, so there's something here. What is this?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Believe it. There's something here. You're hiding something from me, aren't you?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Yes. I'm FA fucking around, baby.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Shut up, I don't talk. Don't you realize that? Don't you realize that, narrator? I don't have the sweet, sexy British voice you do.
realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. but it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
What are you talking about? There's so much cool stuff in here. Look at this thing.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
This is my
Stanley was
favorite
fat and ugly
ending.
and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money.
Fuck
also,
you.
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
How did you know that?
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer.
Shut up, I can't focus on the broom when you're talking.
First-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Fuck you. I'm staying here forever. This is my new home, this broom closet. Let's just stay here with the broom and the mop bucket. I'm gonna call you nuclear wire. I'm gonna call you wrench. I'm gonna call you duct tape, yeah, and then I'm gonna call you pedal bin. Just in love of that last Let's Play I did. Come on, pedal bin. I wish I could pick you up. Take you on adventures with me, and I'm gonna call you Mr. Hose. Hello, Nico. I'm Mr. Hose. Really? You sound like Monokuma. No, I'm Hose. I've come to tell you amazing stories. Wow, this is great. This is the best ending ever. I'm gonna go for a walk outside now. Okay, fine.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, change my mind.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I love this broom closet.
Okay. Oh, I'm free. No, I'm not. Aha. Alright. Am I good? Wait.
Coming to a staircase,
Damn it.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fuck that. I'm going downstairs. Hello, red light. What are you? What's down here? Something you don't want me to see?
But Stanley just
car?
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss
How the hell
would
did you
think
get
he
your
was
car in
crazy.
here?
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Yeah,
For
look at
example,
this.
why
Cup.
couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
What?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
My God,
And for
you're
that
right.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Wait a minute.
No, Stanley said to
Wait a
himself.
minute, what?
This is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Of course.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Wait a minute.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
Yes.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go
Yes.
back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley knew that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
This is
And
awesome.
then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I've been wondering this
Now
for
the
so
voice
long.
was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Absolutely.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Yes.
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Yes.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Wait, what the?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am
Where am I?
real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must
God.
be real. I must be.
Everything's
What
turning
is my
red.
voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Wow,
He
look at
was
this man.
obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension,
I'm not crazy.
her life. She had no
I'm just
time
taking
for
a nap
this,
on the sidewalk.
so it
Don't you
was
do that?
only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Whatever. I'm not crazy. Right, Monica?
Yup, that's right, NicoB.